We're told that the dealer bought two cars. Let's say they bought the first one for C1 and the second one for C2. He sold the first one for 40% more than he paid for it. So that's going to be 1.4 times C1 using multipliers. And the second one for 60% more than he paid for it. So that's 1.6 C2. And the total sum he received for the two cars, right, that's going to be those two added together, was 50% more than the total sum he paid for them. So the total sum he paid for them was C1 plus C2. So it's equal to 1.54 times these two added together. And we've got an equation relating C1 and C2. Now we're interested in trying to find the ratio of the prices. So we want C1 to C2, but we want it to be in its simplest form. Right, I can multiply out this bracket. It's going to be 1.54 C1 plus 1.54 C2. Now I can minus 1.54 C2 from both sides, and I'm going to get 0.06 C2. And I can minus 1.4 C1 from both sides, and that's going to leave me with 0.14 C1. I'm going to times through by 100, so 6 C2 is equal to 14 C1, and therefore 3 C2 is equal to 7 C1. Now it's actually possible, I'm just going to rewrite that actually, 7 C1 is equal to 3 C2, just swap it around. It's possible to straight away write the ratio down. C1 to C2 is equal to, basically take the opposite number, 3 to 7. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this now. So yeah, that's something you can do. The way to think about this is that you could do C1 divided by C2 is equal to 3 over 7. And then I've turned it into, well, it's a fractional equation now, and then I can turn it into a ratio. And the reason I can do this is that it must be that this divided by this is the same as this divided by this. I've just then done it in reverse. For example, let's look at 8 to 6 equaling 4 to 3. It must be that the 8 divided by 6 is equal to the 4 divided by 3, because all I've done going from here to here is times both of them by 2. So the fraction between them is the same. So when you get something like C1 C2 over 3 equals 3 over 7, then it must be that C1 to C2 is 3 to 7. Now, I just jumped there even more quickly because I know that when I get something like this, you can just do that, and it's worth knowing. It's just a quick trick, but I've tried to explain it here. Okay, and now we're asked for the value of 11a plus 13b. So I've got that this is going to be a, and this is going to be b. So it's going to be 11 times 3, 33, plus 13 times 7, that's 91. So my final answer is going to be 124.